Yeah, we do see some really nice benefits when we tank mix certain chemistries with our amino acid products. A lot of that we see out of growth regulators, and we see some better performance out of systemic fungicides as well. And so, Keith, if you can just talk briefly about your experiences this spring, especially with your ryegrass and how it performed with the applications of Grow 40 and Trinexpec ethyl, please.
Sure. What our problem is that with overseeded Bermuda grass, the rate for the growth regulator is pretty much 2x what on ryegrass that you would put on Bermuda grass. And so our tournament being in early May, some years the Bermuda's jumping out, some years it's not. This past year, like I said earlier, the Bermuda grass is starting to wake up. So we really didn't want to go out and spray a real heavy rate of growth regulator because it would knock the Bermuda back. But we had to figure out something to do to get the ryegrass to shut down for tournament quality. And so what we found is when we sprayed the GrowPlex 40 at 55 ounces to the acre or 1.25 ounces per thousand, we were able to cut our growth regulator rates in half. So instead of spraying 22 ounces to the acre, the Primo, we were able to cut that down to 12 ounces to the acre, and we saw tremendous results. And I think as it moved through the plant so well, it shut things down, and it did not stop the Bermuda from waking up, and we had a successful transition while also regulating the ryegrass to have improved tournament conditions.
Thanks, Keith. Again, those are observations that we hear quite often from customers. George, can you explain a little bit why we might be seeing this occurrence with the tank mix between
Yeah, and this is kind of, I guess people want me sitting in the stand saying this is kind of an odd place to put this in, but really if you look at it, it's about getting these stomatal pores open up. And the way you do that is you fill the vacuoles in the guard cell. The guard cells, when the vacuoles are full, they'll flex open, which provides you the opportunity and entry point for not only CO2, but also for foliar nutrients, also for PGRs, for systemic pesticides, right? And when your vacuoles aren't open, then your stomatal pores begin to close. Your guard cells shrink and they close up. So for us, the benefits that we're seeing is we're getting these amino acids in there, and I think we always kind of put things in human being time, like it takes us X amount of time to walk a mile or to eat lunch or whatever, but metabolically things happen very quickly in a cell. And so when we're mixing these amino acids in with this PGR, with the systemic pesticide, or with your nutrients, what's happening is these amino acids are entering the plant at low molecular weight, entering the plant, going through the vascular system, and then they're metabolizing into these osmolytes, and you're seeing your stomatal pores open in real time while that solution is sitting on the leaf. And Keith's real-world example of possibilities. In the future, certainly we can talk about what amino acids are doing as we pair them with nutrients.